Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to today's Accelerate presentation, Accelerate lesson. Today, we're going to talk about setting up a simple sales funnel that is going to get sales through the door so that you can start generating revenue as quickly as possible from your idea. Now, if you've been following with us, Monday we talked about your idea, putting together your idea so that you can start generating some cash flow with it. Then Tuesday, we talked about qualifying your idea, outlining your idea, and putting it through what we call a framework, an offer framework. So that is a combination of the marketing avatar and the outline of whatever it is we're going to be building, and asking the simple question, what do I need to do in order for my prospect, my customer, in order for them to have a transformation in their life, to adopt some of those skills and strategies. Then yesterday, we talked about unlinking time and money. And in unlinking time and money, we were able to kind of differentiate what we needed to do in order to start selling a product, or start, and perhaps maybe doing a service. So the product gives us scalable availability. So we can sell, 100 or 1,000 of those products, again and again and again. Or we can sell services, in which case it is very much time equals money, but that money is usually pretty substantial. We can actually bring those two things together and have like assisted courses where we have the framework of a course, and then we do some coaching or some consulting or some services or whatever, and we're able to charge top dollar without necessarily working real hard to do it. So it just depends on where you want to be. Some people are 100% product focused, and that's fine. Some people are 100% service focused, and that's fine. Where a lot of people are going is where they come in, where they meet in the middle. So today, what we're going to talk about is a very simple framework, a simple sales system that you can use to generate some conversions. And there's a small presentation. I kind of went through a little bit of it. I went through it this morning as it relates to offer sequencing, but it's the same thing holds true because it's literally a little simple sales system that you can implement immediately. And tomorrow we're going to talk about paid traffic. We're going to talk about a growth plan for generating traffic on a budget, that is content based and everything else. So, but the idea here is that what we want to do is we want to, kind of launch. We want to start building trust with our tribe, with people. And the best way to do that is oftentimes just by, giving them content. So generally, whenever we launch a new product, this is how we start. We start by doing a Facebook ad to a blog post or to an advertorial or some piece of content. So Facebook ad is super, super simple. Like this literally is, can't find time to write blog posts. There's a better way to do it, and then the image is how to write website content that drives sales. Now, this image oftentimes is a video now. So we do a lot with videos, which is perfect, because videos, you can do a lot of things. You can retarget based on how much of a video somebody watches. But for this example, an image works great too. So they click the ad, they click the image, and then they go to spot number 2, which is a blog post. Now, it is very, very, very difficult to break into a market without doing some sort of content marketing at the same time now. So especially when you're starting off, you have to have content. The content can be blog posts, the content can be articles, the content, can be video, but you have to have content. Content gives you like a triple threat between getting organic traffic, which you love because you don't have to pay for it, bonding with your end user, your target market, which you love because that means you're going to, generate more cash flow. And it also can be used as sales material, so a well-written blog post pushes people towards towards a purchase. We've been using advertorials for ages, both online and off. If you open up a magazine, you're still going to see advertorials, which is basically an article that is written by a copywriter. So it's very focused on getting you to where you need to go, but it's still an article and still content and still great to read. So blog posts are great ways of building trust. And more than that, they're the prospects, the folks who read the blog post are on our retargeting list. So whether it's AdRoll, whether it's Facebook, whether it's whatever, they are on our retargeted list, and we can show them banner ads, and we can show them videos, and we can show them, Facebook ads that help bring them back to our site. But in this particular sense, the ads that they're going to see are specific for an opt-in. We want to get the lead at this moment. So they were already on our website. They clicked an ad. They were on our website. We spent, 20 cents, 30 cents, 60 cents, whatever, to get them to the website. Now we're going to start capitalizing on that. Now they are in our retargeted list. So we're going to show them an ad that then brings them back to an opt-in form. The opt-in form, a landing page, a sales page, but typically it's a landing page that gives them something for free, a lead magnet. And this lead magnet is we attempt to help them solve one small problem. So, we are looking to give them a tool or give them a strategy or give them some sort of aha moment in their life that can help them in some way. So maybe it's a little loophole, or it's a little hack, or it's a little tip, or, it's something. It's some smaller part of the larger whole, which is your offer. So we talked about setting up DIY home recording studio. That was kind of the example that we used to outline on Tuesday. So a great lead magnet is the top 3 mics that you need for your home recording studio. Now, the top 3 mics is just a little tiny bit of really good information for them. You can also embed your affiliate links in there. So, you can get paid as an affiliate, which is awesome. But it's value, and people will download it. And then the person who downloads that particular lead magnet, they're going to be interested in how to build the rest of it, how to put it all together. So it ends up working really, really well, to get the right person into your mix. So they're on their retargeted list. They see an ad. They hit they click the ad, the second click from an ad. Then they come over to your website. They opt in, and now we have their email, so that we can start bonding with them, promoting products to them, sending offers to them, sending affiliate offers, whatever. But the most important thing is we have their email address now. It's a deeper level of commitment than just a retargeting pixel or just a social share or whatever. So then after we have their email list, so they go from this page, which is opting in, to this page, which is a sales page. We want to peel off buyers at this point. So this particular offer is a free 14-day trial for a piece of software. But you can have a course that you're selling, and it can be a $47 offer or a $5 offer or $10 offer or whatever. But people are never more engaged than they are with you the second after they opt in for whatever it is they're opting in for. So you will get really, really great conversions on this page. And that's why we end up doing it, because a buyer is worth a whole lot more to you than just a free lead. So it ends up being a great use of your time putting this offer up. You get to peel buyers off of, your traffic, and you also get to create a self-liquidating offer, which is, let's say you spend $10 and you make $12 on the backside, like immediately, like that's a pretty good deal, right? I mean, you're just going to, basically put as much money into that thing as you can, right? That's the idea here. So if we can get this offer to be self-liquidating, then our leads are free, and we're basically just trading money, or making money on the front end, which is a dream. That's like the goal of every sales funnel. So that's the idea with this confirmation page offer. And we've written about it. We've talked about them quite a bit. But the confirmation page is the best place to place an offer. Now, at this point, they either continue signing up, with you, or they don't. So if they don't take you up on this offer, then they should be getting a set of product promo emails. We have their email address, so we're going to send them emails, trying to get them back into the product cycle. If they click the add to cart button, which is the next page. So if they click the add to cart button and then they don't buy, then they get shopping cart abandonment emails. If they do buy, however, then we want to, if they buy, they become a new member, a new customer, then, they get the onboarding emails. So you kind of have a lot of like little automation pieces in between here. So if they hit the sales page but don't buy, then you send them product promo emails. If they click through to the order form and then they don't buy, you send them shopping cart abandonment emails. If they purchase, then you take them off of all promo material and then you send them onboarding emails. And if you have upsells, then you would send them the upsells at that point. So this little tiny sales funnel, I mean, really, it's not that big. We have our ad, and then we have a blog post, then ad number 2, and then a landing page, then a sales video. So these are all the content-based assets that we need in order to, really get them moving through this thing. Then we have our order form, our checkout page. And then, of course, we have our onboarding form. So these are just some of the assets that we need in order to have a sales funnel, and all of these need to be available on a website. There are lots of landing page builders and software that can help you build, help you put some of these pages together. The problem is the pages don't really matter. It's the copy and the email copy and everything else that you need in order to have something like this work. So let's talk a little bit about the jumping off points. Folks who didn't buy, they didn't buy the offer. You want to make sure they have their download link and that they have a way to get back to the sales page. It's the most important thing, because if you made them the offer and they reconsidered, you want them to come back to the sales page. You want to include any kind of language about bonuses or discounts for them. And then you also want to promote your offer, for the first 3 or 4 days. And after that, then you can mail the next offer or the next affiliate offer, coaching offer, or whatever. So it's really the biggest part of how this all works. And I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to pull up how it looks from a grid perspective, because just being able to look from a top-down standpoint of how this thing works, I think is going to help, with kind of putting it all together. So every sales funnel that we build is, we have, all right, so I'm going to throw this up. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen and start sharing the next one. So we're going to stop this screen and I'm going to share this one. And I'm going to pull this guy up. So you should be able to see him. Okay. All right. So here, so you're seeing my screen. I'm going to try. All right. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, there we go. Okay. So I'm just trying to be able to draw on it. For a while, Keynote wasn't working on my iPad for whatever reason. So here we have, this is the VSL sales funnel, the same sales funnel that we just talked about, kind of as it goes through the sales funnel from Facebook traffic. Now, the VSL sales funnel with the upsells, it's really a pretty simple model in that you end up having, so you kind of have, your paid traffic here. I'm going to mess with this color a little bit. So you have your paid traffic on this side, and then you have your landing page here. So that's the first landing page. And then, so if we're looking at this page, well, I can't bring it up, but so we have our landing page, and then we have our sales video. So what happens is somebody downloads from the landing page, they download the lead magnet, then they get hopped over to the sales video, and then from there they go to upsell 1, and then the buyers go to fulfillment, and the non-buyers end up going into an email sequence. So at the end of the day, what's really nice about this particular process is we can have Facebook traffic come in, and then we get the email lead here. And then from there, this sales video really does a lot of the work in terms of positioning us, the sales page ends up, generating cash flow. So if we make whatever we make here, we can, send it back into paid traffic, whether it's retargeting or Facebook or email list or whatever. And then it becomes a self-liquidating offer. So people just drip down through. Now, if it's a webinar, then the webinar itself, so if we look at, let's see. Okay. So I don't have any blank pages here, but there we go. Let's see if this will work. So we're done drawn. I'm going to delete this guy, and this guy. Now, if we have a webinar, all right, now, so we kind of have the same model. We have Facebook traffic, and then we have our, Google, and then maybe email list or retargeting. But what ends up happening is we have this trifecta, or this axis where price is over here and complexity is down here. So the more the more expensive something is, or the more complex it is, it puts it in this grid. So this is a VSL funnel. This is a webinar with a strategy session. This is a webinar with an add to cart. And then this is a launch funnel. So the more, basically, the more expensive something is, then it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be a launch funnel, or it's going to be a webinar with a strategy session. If it is complex, it is either going to be, it's going to be an automated webinar, one way or the other, because you need to customize the offer in one way or another. So that's the biggest part of the sales funnel, like the sales funnel matrix. So if we have something that is expensive, like an assisted learning course that's $5,000, or a webinar course, or whatever, or webinar course, or some sort of a $10,000 done for you service, or something like that, then we're going to usually need to sell it from a webinar. So it's going to end up going like Facebook, Google, email into a lead magnet. And then that goes into a webinar registration. And then that goes into a strategy session. Let's see. A strategy session there. And then from there, they go into onboarding. Now, so that's for this funnel right here. So that's for that funnel. Now, if it's an add to cart, so it is lower price and more complex, then what's going to happen is we're going to, rather than do the strategy session, here, we are going to end up doing an add to cart. And then we onboard them that way. So it goes lead magnet, webinar registration page, then they attend the webinar, and then we get, it's a $497 or $997 course, and then we send them to the add to cart, and then from there we onboard them, into the mix. So that's oftentimes the asset, like the sales asset, the sales material, is what changes when the offer is expensive or when the offer is complex. If it is a low-end offer, you don't have anything real crazy to do. So VSL is how you do it. So it's a lead magnet into here. This is going to end up being a VSL, and then it's going to end up going into add to cart. But VSL might have, upsell 1, upsell 2, and then kick off into the add to cart. So there's a lot of different ways to play with the sales funnel, but at the end of the day, traffic into lead magnet, into sales collateral, and that's your sales funnel. You have email copy, pages, sales copy, webinar copy, like all that stuff. So one of the nice things about this particular the Accelerate Challenge is I've been able to talk to a lot of you who have gone through this kind of building process. And then this execution and implementation is kind of where everybody gets stuck. So what I'm going to do is, you're more than welcome. Send me a message in the group or send me a message personally, or go to doneforyou.com/JD, and you'll be able to book a time on my calendar. And we will talk about, going through creating your product, creating your business, executing this for you, building the sales funnel, running traffic, all of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, this is difficult. Like, we're getting to the part where it gets less like dreamy and more like, oh shit, we got to actually do something, and that's where the rubber meets the road, So doneforyou.com/JD. And tomorrow we're going to talk about traffic. So we're going to talk about, I think we're going to do just basically a growth plan. So growth plan involves some organic traffic and some content. And what we're going to do is really get into this piece. So we're going to spend time right here. Like, what do we need to do to get a never-ending supply of traffic hitting our website? And then, of course, how do we implement and execute on the rest of this? So tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, we are doing that session. It's going to be the last session of this challenge. And then over the next couple of weeks, we're really just going to get, it's going to be about execution. All the material is already here. Like, all the training is already here. We just need to get going with it. So that's it. Give me a call if you need me. Send me a message. Let me know what I can do to help. Go to doneforyou.com/JD to start, to book a call on my calendar, and we'll go from there. All right. Thanks.